Yes, sir. Welcome everybody to another episode of YSN Radio, the coolest podcast in the South, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all rocking with the man YSN. I got my best friend with me. Tate is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, man, my best friend in the business, bro. How you doing?
Man, that's hard. Dang, man, I might cry, bro. Deep, bro.
Yes, sir. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling really good. Like, we got so much really to talk about. Like, I've really been watching a lot of these chronicles, the little docu-series going on. I really urge you to start watching these docu-series.
Which one should I start?
I want you to start with the Death Row.
Death Row. I really want to watch that one. Like, learn more about the Death Row because they seem like some very like insane shit going on with there. Like, man, Suge Knight seems like a fucking savage, bro.
Man, Suge Knight was the epitome of what we call a hip hop villain.
A hip hop villain.
This
nigga was the Thanos of the rap game.
It really was. Like, when you look at Suge, bro. So Suge, he brought the hood politics to rap business.
Right.
And it's not a good mixture because there are so many people on that label who were not rightfully paid. Dre was not rightfully paid.
Yeah.
You know, Snoop, he's selling 1 million records, but he doesn't have $1 million.
Right.
I find something very wrong with that.
Thanks, man.
I find something wrong with that.
I feel like a lot of it has to do with the behind the scenes stuff, you feel me? Because you got to pay for the videos, the studio time, wardrobes, and all that shit. And I guess he just deducted it from, the sales or however he decided to work that. But I'm not really sure about, like, that doesn't make sense to me how you're the hottest artist in the game. And you're making your labels so much money and they're only breaking you off some crumbs, man. Like, what sense does that make?
I mean, we see it going on now with the whole QC situation that we touched on the last episode.
Most definitely. I mean, I feel like labels screwing over their artists is not new. It's been happening ever since the inception of a record label.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it right. You feel me?
No.
I was actually talking to some artists a couple of days ago actually about it, about the whole label situation and about how do you think that coming up in this era, like as an underground artist and seeing all the greats that we used to look up to and all the troubles that they're going through with their label and, like the secrets of the labels and behind the scenes is getting revealed, the curtains getting pulled back. I feel like it's opening a lot of artists' eyes to, how dangerous signing to a label is. And, with streaming taking over, there's really no need for a record label at all if you really know how to finesse social media and get your numbers up on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because really what a label is going to do is going to make sure it gets all your music to the right places in front of the right people. But if you're able to if you got the cheat codes to the system, you know how to hack the social media and get yourself popping like that, and and you got some really dope shit,
you're good.
Exactly. A label is irrelevant, or if you do decide to go that route, it's going to give you, an extra boost to the system that you already have running. However, when you come in and you already have the numbers, the streams, the fans, and you got all this that a label is, really supposed to provide you with or help you get, it's going to give you leverage in that meeting room. It was like, all right, well, I already got X, Y, and Z, I just need y'all to help me get some billboards. Right. I was like, well, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, and while I've been watching these docu-series, the one that is really like shaped my mind was Master P's No Limit docu-series.
Oh yes,
because this is what trips me out.
Why is that?
He had a chance to sign $1 million deal with Jimmy Iovine.
Damn,
$1 million deal.
Millions of dollars.
$1 million deal. He doesn't sign the deal.
Why not?
He knew how much more he was worth. If Jimmy Iovine is willing to give me $1 million, and then he's saying I can't use my name for 7 years, no.
Oh hell no.
No. No. You're trying to trap me,
right?
Basically. So what P did, he did his research and said he wanted a distribution deal.
Right.
He went up the priority. He's telling Priority, hey, look, I'm about to chart. I'm on chart. I'm going to move up 2 more spots. I'm guaranteeing it. And so, like, watching it, I just realized how much of Master P's early music was not good. And that's no knock on Master P.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the guys that I look up to.
Facts.
But if you listen to it, and the critics are right, bro. If you listen to early Master P music, or I'm talking 92, 93, it's not the move. It's not the move.
Make him say,
Yeah. But when we talk, I'm bout it.
Right.
The ghetto's trying to kill me. Ghetto D. Down South Hustlers. West Coast Bad Boys. The Last Don. P is up there. The man's company in 1998 was worth $400 million.
Damn. 400.
$400 million.
That makes sense how he can afford a solid gold tank.
Exactly. So I was reading in the source when I was in middle school. This is around 98, and I'm dating my age. In 98, Master P ranked in $234 million. He was in the top 20 on the Forbes list.
Damn.
As one of the richest people in America. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Just thinking of that.
Right.
And the fact that this man put out 30 albums in 98, 23 of those went gold or platinum. That's like, yo, they had it. They had it. And I think what hurt them is the fact that P was going away from music, and like he was doing all these other ventures. Yeah. Which is cool. That's why he's where he's at now.
Big facts.
But I feel like No Limit could have still been as dominant, but then I feel like Cash Money just took that wave.
You think so?
Lil Wayne, BG, Juvenile, Manny Fresh. That, like at that time period.
Yeah. But I feel like you explained it when you said Master P started going in different directions and started working on movies and fashion and TV shows and stuff like that. And Cash Money stayed in their lane, and that was the music.
Right. Yeah, they did do some movies.
Yeah, they had the baller blocking.
Baller blocking. Yeah, the block is like they ventured out, but they knew what was making them money.
Exactly. They stayed in their lane. Master P, he reached a point where he did all he could do with his music, or all he felt like that he wanted to do with his music, and he was seeing that, okay, there's other ways to maintain this flow of income, because you can rap forever and have a lot of money, but like if you want to have that generational wealth, you got to diversify. And
got it.
Exactly. And that's what Master P did. He diversified, but I feel like when you said Cash Money took over, it's because they stayed in their lane. And of course people started to jump ship, BG and Juvenile and everything, and
that hurt them.
But
that hurt them. But what
Birdman cashed in on Lil Wayne and rode it to the moon. Because I remember me and you said that we talked about this on 90.3 a long time ago, where I said Lil Wayne had lapped everything that Cash Money, like, he lapped what Juvenile did. He lapped what BG did. Right. And for what it's worth, I feel like Turk was better in the Hot Boys, but not as a solo artist. You think so?
Yeah, I feel like, and I love Turk. Right. Turk is one of my favorite people that I've interviewed. But when it comes down to it, if you put Turk, BG, Lil Wayne, and Juvenile on the song together, that shines the light on, well, Turk could do a solo album. Yeah. But when Turk did drop a solo album, it didn't generate as much numbers at that time period. Exactly. And it's just crazy because, bro, we look at Lil Wayne. Like, Lil Wayne can clearly say he's one of the GOATs.
Most definitely.
Lil Wayne really say he's one of the GOATs.
Lil Wayne is top 10 of all
time. Easily top 10. Even that. But you know what, though? I don't think I think 23 and up will say 23 and below will say Lil Wayne is top 10.
You think so?
Maybe 25 and up. maybe.
Well, I don't know.
I give it 27 too.
I remember Carter 3 came out when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
And before that, that's when Lil Wayne was on a rampage with the mixtape.
Yeah.
And
this mixtape Weezy.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like that was like the height of mixtape Wayne, and I was 10.
Okay.
And so like the adults in that era, I feel like, well, that's 10 years ago. Well, no, I'm 22, so 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
So how old were you in 2008?
2008?
Yeah.
2008. Wow, that's a great question. 2008. See, I'm 36 now.
So you have to be like 24.
Yeah, I was around 24.
Right. So that means people, I would say everybody from that period to see Lil Wayne in his prime, and to, I would say, now, like people my age now, like from that period to now, I feel like we'll definitely say that Lil Wayne is top 10, top 5, if not top 10.
He's like the Jay-Z for you guys.
Exactly, because we were able, you know,
grew.
Exactly. Like me personally, I was able to see Wayne. It's like watching Jordan during his prime and the six championships. You know what I mean? It was like I was able to see Lil Wayne do that. You know, but and so now it's like, yeah, when people say Lil Wayne is one of the greatest rappers of all time, hell yeah. But if you ask like someone who's like 17, 18, who, you know, probably was a toddler during that time, they're not going to understand.
No.
You know?
They're not going to understand the magnitude.
Exactly.
But I will say, it's funny because my cousin was the first person to let me say, he was the first person that put it in my ear that like Lil Wayne is going to be one of the greatest rappers.
Right.
So check this out. Lil Wayne drops this album called 500 Degrees. I did not like it.
Damn. Why not?
But I noticed something about Wayne's whole delivery, like something changed.
Yeah.
Because I've heard that this was like the last album that he ever wrote on a pad. So after 500 Degrees, there was these drought mixtapes. No, the squad mixtapes.
Right.
And that's when I realized Lil Wayne is about to be a motherfucking problem for a long time.
When you started freestyling?
That's what it was. And some of this shit that he said is some of the best shit I've ever heard on wax.
Right.
Period. Like, we're talking those Squad Up mixtapes. You got to look at some of the people that he was bringing out too in that era. And because we got introduced to Currency. Yeah. You know what I mean? We didn't know who Currency was until we started listening to those drought mixtapes. Right. And we listened to Carter 2. Yeah. Because Currency has a quiet feature on this album.
This is the thing, man. This is another reason why Lil Wayne is one of the greatest rappers of all time. It's because he ushered in a brand new era of music that introduced us to two of the biggest artists of this generation.
Yes, he did.
And that is Drake and Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
Without Lil Wayne, those two would not be here right now.
And you know what? As much as we talk bad about this dude, because his shit do, like, a lot of his shit do sound the same.
Who?
You know who I'm gonna say. Who? You know who I'm gonna say.
Who you gonna say?
Tiger.
Oh.
You see? And it ain't nothing bad about Tiger. Yeah. I'm just saying, like.
But look, man.
He's got his market and he's got his fan base and he's generated. But let's be honest. Does Rack City, Taste, light skinned Lil Wayne, like, does all of these have the same?
Let's not shit on Tiger, bro. You know he's been in the alley.
I like Tiger.
You know he's been in the alley.
I like Tiger.
You ain't seen that video? An old freestyle video? They trying to say I ain't been in the alley. I'm like, I've been in the alley. But nah, like, I feel you though, but that's real shit though. Look it up.
I know. But like, I'm not dogging.
But no, I feel you though.
His music do sound the same.
Most definitely, but Tiger has definitely found his, like you said, he found his niche, you know. But Lil Wayne has found these artists and given them the platform to be the people that they are today, like Currency, Tiger, Drake, Nicki,
Jay Mills at one point.
Facts, motherfucking
Kid.
What's that dude's name? He had it was a pop singer. It was like when the sky is falling down.
Jay Sean.
Yeah.
From Jay Sean.
You feel me? Kevin Rudolph. You remember that song?
Big song.
You feel me? Like,
how many? You know what's crazy? People don't realize like Kevin Rudolph sold a lot of records.
That song was a fucking jam.
Yeah, and the thing was, it was on video games.
Yeah,
it was on like when the skater games.
Yeah, I remember they used to play that song in the skating ring when I was a kid. I used to get so excited because the rink that I went to, they didn't really play rap music. You feel me? And well, the rink that was in my city, they didn't really play rap music, but that was like the only song, or one of the only songs that they would play with like some rap in it. And every time they put it on, I would be, let it rock, let it, sure, going crazy to it. But nah, bro, like Lil Wayne is definitely ushered in or introduced the world to a lot of great artists.
Yeah, he
and
has.
Good music. You feel me?
Because I would have never been a Currency fan had it not been for Lil Wayne.
Fact.
Like I think Currency has been one of the most underrated rappers at getting money. Like this man is paid, bro.
Right.
Like all these classic cars this man has, all these classic shoes this man like he really has been the guy that is underneath your radar. He may not be your favorite rapper, but you know a song from this guy.
Right.
Like I put like Freddie Gibbs, Currency, Crit, all these guys that people don't realize like they're underneath. It's like people don't get it, man. Like these dudes are really racking in dough. Yeah. Like when I started listening to Currency's new project, it just shows like he's shown so much maturity and growth from the verse I heard on the Carter 2.
Right.
And it's just like Wayne ushered in a different era of music.
Most definitely.
And that's where like I used to get into arguments with people about Wayne. Because people would be like, I used to get in these arguments about Wayne. They didn't say like he's one of the greats. I'm like, dude, Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3, classics.
Most definitely.
The Block is Hot, classic. Lights Off, like he has classic material.
What's one of your favorite Lil Wayne mixtapes?
Man, we might have to bring out my Bible of CDs because
on Spin Roller right now.
The Drought 3.
The Drought 3.
Dude, the Drought 3, and then there's one. It's a song where he sampled Lauryn Hill. It's called "I Get Out."
Yeah,
it probably might be my favorite Lil Wayne song of all time. And my friend Tony Touch put me up on this joint. And when I tell you, you have to listen to every word Wayne says. It's so precise. It's so intricate. Just the amazement. And then Lauryn Hill is singing the hook. It's singing the hook.
She's singing the motherfucking hook.
The hook, my nigga.
So look, I think the Drought 3 is definitely a fucking classic because he has.
It's up there.
He has what's that one song on there? The Walk, like he remixed this. I feel like this is when the area when he was remixing niggas songs. Okay. The Walk It Out remix, fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Back on My Grizzy was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Blooded. Like nigga, what? Like he was going ride for my niggas. Like the Upgrade freestyle. I know every single word.
No, I got another one for you. No Ceilings.
Oh, No Ceilings was
that's
insane.
the one I forget. You know what I mean? Like, if we go mixtape Wheezy, and then the joint with Game, the Red Magic.
Yeah.
Crazy. And here's what we've never talked about this. But you remember that there was going to be a Joel Santana and Lil Wayne mixtape or album called I Have No Face?
I didn't know that. I remember it's supposed to be a Lil Wayne T-Pain album. Like he raps, he sings.
Yes. Yeah, that was supposed to happen.
But you know, Joel Santana just got out of jail the other day.
He did. I just saw that.
Yeah, man. He just did.
A lot of rappers have just got out of jail. Loon?
Who's Loon?
Loon?
Don't know who that is.
He might have suffered the bad boy curse.
Oh, I was just talking to my man King E about this the other day, man. Shout out to King E.
Oh man, you know what? That's probably my favorite artist we've interviewed.
Oh yeah, he's fucking
He's
dope,
probably
man.
like the dopest. I hope he gets big.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He's
You know,
dope
and
as
Drew
fuck.
Brazier too.
Facts.
Brazier
man.
is
Shout
one
out
of
to
my-
both of them dudes, man. They're
Yeah,
definitely doing their thing.
Those are dope. But King E,
It's going
I think
crazy.
he's got the best rap voice.
You think so?
He's got the best rap voice. He does. Like he got.
He's going
the best
crazy
rap
right
voice.
now, man. Shout out to King E.
Yeah, he's nice.
But no,
He
we was talking about Bad Boy the other day, man, and I was like, because he was talking about how, you know, Diddy puts on and goes in for his artists and how he's, you know, worked hard to get where he is now, and I feel like, you know, Bad Boy, while it has like a very impressive, I would say, history.
Yeah.
I feel like Bad Boy is like the Bermuda Triangle of the rap game.
That's a hot take.
A lot of niggas go in, but they don't come out.
Okay, let's name some guys. Black Rob.
Shine.
That's one of my favorites. I'm glad you let off with him.
He can't even get in the country no more.
Okay, so Black Rob.
Remember Dirty Money?
I don't even want to talk about.
Cherish.
Hold on. Let's go.
Danity Kane.
Before we go Dirty Money, let's go Danity Kane before Dirty Money. But no, Black Rob. What hurts about Black Rob is Black Rob kills every song that he was on.
Right.
The 24 Hours to Live. He's got one of the most memorable verses with the Locks.
Yeah.
Like, and DMX is on this song, and he's got one of the most memorable verses. The Let's Get It with G Dep.
That one song. Jit smacks it.
The worst. That got worse.
Worst verse of the year.
Worst verse of the year in the source.
For G-Dep, not Black Rob.
Not Black Rob. No, I love Rob. Black Rob was not like. Black Rob is on a lot of hit records.
Yeah. But where is Black Rob right now?
Thank you.
Is he even alive? I thought he died.
I don't think he's dead.
That was Craig Mack that died.
Craig Mack.
Rest
God rest his soul. But you know what I'm saying? Like Craig Mack.
I feel like Craig Mack was overshadowed by Biggie.
But Craig Mack had the hotter song than Biggie at the time.
But Biggie was also Biggie.
But Biggie had the hotter album. But Craig Mack's album was really good though. Because of the original, the remix. But it was like, I felt like he couldn't produce. What hurt Craig Mack was Biggie, Junior Mafia. And here's the thing, Kim is not on Bad Boy. As a very
Who was she signed to then?
She was signed to Revere. She was on Entertainment. Lance Rivera, who got stabbed by Jay-Z because he was bootlegging Jay-Z's music. Man, bro, that's why I love doing this podcast, because we talk this shit.
Facts.
Like, the shit that we can't say on radio that we can say here.
That's funny.
Like, yeah, so, like Craig Mack, he suffered tremendously because, Biggie did
Most definitely overshadowed him. But I feel like,
but Shine, that one hurt.
he took a
big L.
badass L for Diddy, bro. He can't. This nigga changed religions.
No.
That's how bad it was. Like, how bad does a nigga got to do you for you to change gods?
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you this about Shine. So there was this big rumor that Shine was either gonna sign with Murder Inc. or
That's also
Rough
a terrible
Rider.
decision. Like
Or
both
Rough Rider. No, this was the time when they were hot though. This is hot time because Shine, when he went to jail, he recorded an album before he went to jail, and then he recorded an album while he was in jail. It was called Godfather Buried Alive.
Right.
My dude, when I say this man snaps on every fucking record, bro. Every song on the
Every
album,
one of them.
he snaps. Like, you like, oh shit, when Shine get out, it's on.
Yeah.
Man.
This nigga went to Israel.
This man, bro, and I'm a Shine fan.
Yeah.
Like, in middle school to high school, you were a Shine fan.
Right.
Because Bad Boys, Bonnie and Shine with Barnington Levy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Shine got busy.
Remember?
And then Shine had great features.
Remember Mace?
Harlem World is a classic. Double Up was a flop. Harlem World.
Remember
Harlem
the Welcome
World,
Back shit?
bro.
I don't know,
his
bro.
third album. That was the third album. That was trash.
Welcome back.
Hold on.
I don't really fuck with Mace because I feel like he just sounded lazy on the track.
Was that Breathe, Shake, Let It Go? Breathe, Stretch, Shake, Let It Go. Where he's running from money in the video.
Know. I know, they sampled Welcome Back.
Yeah,
for the song.
The Welcome Back Cotter.
Yeah, when it was like Mitch. I don't know. It was when he made the comeback from preaching.
Yeah, it just
that shit was whack, G.
It was very whack.
It was whack as fuck.
But
this the thing,
whack.
Man. I feel that just goes to show.
When he went to 50, that was even more whack.
Man, man.
He never put out an album.
You should just ask, bro. I don't know, man. I feel like Bad Boy is the Bermuda Triangle of rap. Niggas go in and you never see them again.
Except 112.
112? Where are they at right now?
They were the most successful. Think about it, though. Is 112 not the most successful act that Bad Boy ever produced?
I mean,
besides Biggie, with Faith, was Faith on Bad?
I don't think so.
See, that's another thing. A lot of people think that Faith was on Bad Boy, but I feel like she was, and then she wasn't.
Let's look it up.
But no, 112 though. We gotta admit though, 112 was probably.
I mean, as far as R&B is concerned, yeah, they were very successful.
Very successful. But I would say.
Yeah, Faith Evans was definitely signed to.
She was okay.
Yeah.
I was, but it's like a lot. I always feel like there's a lot of rumors that she was and she wasn't. But
remember Day 26?
See,
but here's the thing about Day 26 though. I just learned this a few weeks ago that even though the band flopped and didn't do anything, Diddy was able to get them all jobs within the music industry. So,
well, Brian from Day 26 is still producing music.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, he was actually really good. I liked his last LP. I liked Brian. Brian out of Day 26. He's dope. He has actually good music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But think about making the band and all the bullshit that niggas is on that show.
Ness.
Doing that shit. Dylan. Think about it. He was making them niggas walk across town to get some cheesecake. And they ain't getting no record deal.
Would you have walked for that cheesecake?
Hell no.
You wouldn't have walked for that cheesecake?
No, nigga. I'm not even walking to get some cheesecake for me, let alone dick. I got a car. The fuck?
My thing is, why didn't they take the subway?
I don't know, man. They had to walk. Diddy said walk. Yeah, them niggas going through it.
Subway. But yeah, so you right about Bad Boy, because I feel like there. Well, hold on, French Montana.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like in this era, I would say 2011 and up, 2012 maybe. I don't know when he signed MGK. He's doing pretty good for himself.
Yeah.
French Montana is also doing pretty good for himself. They also came up in an era where social media and this whole new era of music was ushered in.
Yeah.
I feel like Diddy definitely took advantage of the era he was in.
He did.
During the era where you had to have a record deal if you wanted to be popping. There was no it was unheard of to be on the charts as an independent artist. If you didn't have a record deal, nobody knew you. And Diddy, that was his era where if you wanted to sell some records, sign this paper. You gonna sell some records. You may not get any money from it, but you definitely gonna sell some records. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I feel like he took advantage of the era he was in. And MGK, French Montana was on the tail end of that era and was able to, make their own way out of the opportunity he gave them. But everyone before them, But shout out to Diddy though. I my hat's off to Diddy. I really look up to Diddy and everything he does as far as a musician and a businessman and a mogul, but as far as Bad Boy is concerned, if someone was to come to me with a Bad Boy record contract, sorry, man.
I don't think you my thing is I don't think you would sign a record contract because I feel like you're smarter.
No.
You want a distribution
deal,
or it's gotta
happening.
It's gotta be something. Wait, had this been you 17, would you have signed a record contract?
Probably. I don't know, man, but because when I was first starting at 17, you know, my cousin was like guiding me through a lot of stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I definitely would have, if I was offered something, I probably would have either got talked out of it or received like some, you know,
solid advice.
Exactly, before, you know, going into something like that. But I've seen a lot of people on a lower level, you know, sign a deal and end up getting screwed over because it may, you know, even though it may not have been like a major deal, you feel me, they were given these promises and, you know, they weren't delivered upon.
Or the 360 deals.
Exactly, man. Like, and it sucks, man, because it's like, damn, you don't want to see anybody go out like that. But you know, think about it. If you, I feel like I see record labels and like record deals as kind of like a good job, you know.
Well, a deal, and
these record companies are just that, the companies. You feel me? And like when they offer you a deal, just like, you know, if you get a job offer, it's like, all right, so we're gonna pay you this much, and we need you to do this, that, and the third. And you're like, cool, I got, you know, you're excited to do the job. Once you get into the job, you know, you love the job, you know, you working with them, they working with you, you get everything you wanted out of it, and boom. And once you're done, or once you retire, you're good.
Yeah.
You know, you get a job and it's like, cool, it's my dream job. You go in, everything is cool when you first start, but once you really get into the meat and potatoes, it's really not your taste. You
not
feel
what
me?
You signed up for.
Exactly. And then you're like, all right, hey man, you know, I'm trying to, you know, get up out of here. You feel me? I'm gonna try to put your 2 weeks notice and be like, yeah, but you know, we got you signed this contract. We, you know, you don't want to. You're under contract now. You feel me? So now you're stuck.
Nobody wants to be stuck.
Exactly, man. And that's what I feel like these labels are. They're going out to these rappers and they're offering them jobs. Like, do you want to be a professional musician? You do? Cool. Here's a contract, man. Work for us. You know? And that's
it's
really
right, though. I mean,
yeah, exactly. That's really
truth.
all it is. It's just a really good job. You know, and sometimes if you're not everybody's gonna be Drake. Not everybody's gonna be Jay-Z.
No.
You know, but somebody has to keep the lights on. You feel me? And I feel like they sign all these, you know, smaller name artists to these terrible deals because for that very reason.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to keep the lights on. You know, I feel like they're the ones to keep the machine going for the people like Drake, for the people like Nicki, for the people like motherfucking, you know, all the big names. You feel me? Like these smaller names are the people who are like feeding that machine that powers these people up. You know, because when they come to you like, hey man, we got Future, we got fucking, you know, they gonna throw you all these big names, so you thinking you're joining this all-American team, you know, the dream team, but you on the bench. These niggas out here dumping 50 in the game.
Yeah.
You wiping sweat off their heads when they come sit down, hoping you get a couple minutes on the floor. But you know what I'm saying? It's not how, it's just how it is, bro.
I got a question though. Do
What's
you
that?
think, like, I was watching something about artists that have fell off. They said Chance the Rapper's fell off.
Falling off. I mean, I feel like he put out an album that wasn't really good.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I don't really listen to Chance the Rapper that much to actually like say if he's falling off or not. But I have seen videos that have said that. I feel like the quality of music that he's making now is a far cry from the music that he was introduced into the game with, and that's where people are feeling like he's falling off, because maybe he's not falling off in the sense of going broke or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
he's not broke.
exactly. But like the Chance the Rapper that people have, you know, come to love or, you know, were introduced to him as, is that's not the same man anymore. This man is married and is starting a family. And we can't. And there's no, you know, he's not gonna rap about doing acid anymore. You feel me? Like that's not the move for him, at least. You know, so it's like.
Because there was a list of guys that I seen, and I was like, well, we definitely need to talk about like guys like Fetty Wap, Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, I feel like,
you know,
with Fetty Wap, man, I was watching another video. I feel like he was signed to 300 Entertainment, and I was also a video talking about how, you know, 300 is
the worst.
Exactly, and all the artists that have succumbed to their ill business practices. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Fetty Wap, they caught him like at the height of his momentum, and they didn't know what to do with him after that. And that's what happens with a lot of artists. You feel me? They sign them while they're hot, and then they don't know what to do with them after that. You feel me? They don't have like a 10-year plan. It's like, well, you're hot, man, we can get you hotter. And then once you're not hot anymore,
yeah. Cause like I was a big fan of KCam, And I be trying to like search for some KCam.
Yeah.
And it's just like
he's still making good music.
He still makes good music.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, is it to the point where guys like KCam are getting overshadowed, or
I feel like the machine, man. I don't know. I don't really know why KCam isn't getting pushed like that, or because you go on social media, man, and like there's still a lot of people who give him his due.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's some people who just aren't meant to play that game.
Right.
And they still talented people, and they're still doing what they still can deliver.
Yeah.
But as far as like playing the game as the industry is concerned, like that's not them, and they suffer because of that. You see, like I remember it's like a couple months ago, KCam was scheduled to perform at somebody's homecoming. What? And so they people on Twitter start like trolling him and clowning him. Was like just saying, I don't know, it was just like trolling this nigga. You feel me? Like, why is he performing?
Because he's performing at a homecoming?
No, I guess they were saying he was falling off or whatever the case may be. They was clowning this nigga.
He put on a great show here.
But it's the thing. So he's seen all that shit, canceled his show at the school, and put out a diss track against the students at the school. Yeah, let me look up what school it is. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was like PV. And it was some school in Texas.
Because you know what, KCam actually put on a show here.
Yeah,
the point where I was like, you know what, I fuck with KCam.
Yeah,
I feel like if you put on a good live show, I fuck with you a lot harder. Like that's why I push Big Sean so hard on people,
right?
Because I seen a live show and he gave me a live show.
Facts.
To where I became I was already a fan, but I became a bigger fan of your live show.
Most definitely. There's a lot of rappers that I may have not ever listened to in my personal day, but I've seen it perform live, and I'm like, damn, this thing's actually kind of cold. You feel me? But it was PV University. That was the school that KCam.
Is it Prairie View?
Yeah, Prairie View.
What?
Yeah,
that's a HBC.
Yeah, and they was talking crazy about him when they said he was gonna perform at their homecoming, man.
Wow,
So
he could have dissed them about their football team that didn't win a football game in like 12 years.
Damn,
he could have did that.
Hey man, what if some people are listening to this show right now?
Well, you know what? Shout out
you shouldn't have dissed KCam.
Nah, like shout out to all the HBCUs. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Really. Because I'm a fan of the HBCU homecomings.
Oh, most definitely.
I've been to a few
TSU
homecomings with my sister Raquel when she was down there. I went to a few of them. My homeboy Sekou.
Shout out to my pops.
I really loved. I enjoyed the HBCU homecoming because when you go to UT. Or you know what I'm saying, like homecomings in the predominantly white universities,
it don't hit the same, man.
It don't hit the same because you gotta find your people.
This the thing, man. Like my first homecoming in UT, it was awesome. I'm not gonna snitch on myself, but I had a very good time.
I'm glad you
did. So my sophomore year, I also had a really good time.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it wasn't until my junior year, I went to TSU's homecoming for the first time, and I was just like, Nick, this just took a massive shit on my past two homecomings. I was like I feel like I robbed myself of that experience. You feel me? And it's like, because when I was looking into colleges, no one really told me about HBCU. Granted, my parents, they both went to TSU, but my mom, was really big on push me into like looking for like in like bigger schools, you know what I'm saying? And like
she didn't want you to stay at the crib.
Exactly. She wanted me to like
venture out.
Exactly, explore my options. But at school, like my counselor, and he was actually on some bullshit, bro. I told him I wanted to go to UT, and he told me to be more realistic and told me to consider community college. So I didn't have no
asshole.
Exactly. So I had no like support, in the school. You feel me? As far as like telling me what my options were. So, I knew I always wanted to go to UT.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I applied here, and I looked into like other schools like LSU and U of F and things like that. You feel me? Because my mom was like, venture out, see the world. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I I didn't really know too much about HBCUs outside of what I seen in at TSU. Growing up, like going there with my dad sometimes, you know what I'm saying? That was the only thing I knew about HBCUs, you feel me?
Yeah.
And so once I went and witnessed the culture of TSU, Clark Atlanta, and Morehouse and all that shit, I was just like, damn, man,
it's
whoa,
beautiful.
this shit's crazy, man.
Beautiful.
And the homecoming, man, the homecoming at bro, this shit was insane,
Bro,
man.
you got the day party. I'm talking about this homecoming week.
Bro,
I did a weekend.
Yeah.
I went to Howard's homecoming for the weekend.
Yeah.
And my dude, it was the best Friday, Saturday, Sunday I've ever had.
Facts.
It was all that in a bag of chips.
Man, I went to TSU's homecoming twice, 2018 and 2019.
Okay.
And they got this one thing, their homecoming, they was get geeked.
Yeah.
I remember I was at a party, and I swear to God, they said the shit at least 35 times throughout the night. The DJ would cut the music, get geek, it's homecoming. And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, damn.
You were geek.
I was geek. You feel me? And my mom and my parents would tell me, they went there in the 90s. They're but shit, we ain't go to class. Homecoming was on. You feel me? And it's like the culture, I don't know, bro. I feel like
It's beautiful.
it's really
a
beautiful,
beautiful
man.
experience.
It's really beautiful.
I sometimes wish, as much as everything UT is giving me, you know what I'm saying? I sometimes wish that I did go to a HBCU.
Oh, most definitely.
Sometimes I wish I do. Like when I took a college tour to Clark Atlanta, Morehouse, you know what I'm saying, and just the alphas, the Qs, the kappas, the sigmas.
Yeah.
We're just so we're embracing
Yeah.
you. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like choose. It was like hey, if you come here,
Yeah.
this is the atmosphere.
Facts.
And I thought to myself, I was like, I kind of know this backyard, and I feel like what I wanted to do, I wanted to announce for the University of Tennessee, and I did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like there's so many more steps that I could have taken, or I just wonder, would it be different had I went to Clark Atlanta?
Yeah.
Or would I be struggling in Atlanta? Would I be stuck in Atlanta?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I start thinking about stuff like that.
Facts.
To where I'm in Knoxville, it's like, man, I got a house. You know what I'm saying? I got great stability.
I feel you, man. Nah, bro, I definitely feel like if I would have went to a different school, my life would have been on a completely different path. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like everything
happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason, man. Because if I didn't come here, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Wouldn't.
You know what I mean? I feel like, granted, yes, my time at UT has been great. Is there room for improvement? Of course. Yeah. But everything that I've experienced in these past 4 years have made me the person I am today. And I wouldn't, if I went to anywhere else, I wouldn't have gotten to experience any of the stuff that I've gotten into.
Look at the artists you've met.
Exactly. I've gotten to do a lot of cool stuff, man.
Artists.
I've got to do a lot of cool stuff, man, going to this school, man, and see a lot of cool things and meet a lot of cool people, bro. So it's that's why the whole HBCU PWI debate, I understand it from the HBCU point of view. Is why wouldn't you want to be immersed in your own culture, which I didn't understand until I was able to experience that, because I didn't know anything about HBCUs, you feel me? But on the other end, it's we're all at college for the same thing, and that is to get a higher education.
Exactly.
Whether I go to an HBCU, a PWI, or fucking an online college, I'm furthering my education, you feel me? So it's what's the point of arguing about it? We're all getting the same degree.
You're enhancing.
Exactly. You feel me? But, to each his own. Everybody's going to find something to argue about.
All the time, with that, that's one of the things, me and my buddies, we used to debate about. It's would it have been different had you came to MTSU, or if we all would have went to if we'd went to JMU, James Madison University, if we'd went there, I wouldn't have graduated.
It's named after a slave owner.
Yeah, it is. And it's a dope school. I'm not gonna front. It's a dope. I was thinking about it. Ball State. What would be different if I went to lived in Muncie, Indiana? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I think about that all the time, because the first school I looked at was University of Florida in Gainesville, where the Gators play, and I was like, damn, man, you feel me? This would be pretty fucking dope. I remember telling my brother, I was like, yeah, I'm finna move to Florida. I was like, I was still in high school, man, looking at applications. I was reading about Florida, going through their website. I was like, damn, this is nice. Looked at my little brother. Yeah, I'm moving to Florida, Michael. I'm gonna make sure I buy you alligator toys. For me, he was a kid at the time. But no, then I looked at that damn out of state price tag. I was like, shit.
That's the way I felt like when I looked at some of the HBCUs. Like I thought about Morehouse. Morehouse was on my list. Morehead State was on my list. Western Kentucky was on my list. I actually got
into Western Kentucky. They were the first school to accept me. My mom made me apply to there because she was like, she didn't want me to put all my eggs in one basket. Because I'd only applied at UT at the time. She was like, apply somewhere else. I was like, fuck it, WKU. They sent me my acceptance letter within a couple weeks. I was like, all right.
Yeah, so I got accepted to Chat, Morehead State, but I chose to not go. I said, you know what? At the time, my mom needed help, so you know what I mean. I stayed home, and went ahead and went to Pellissippi State for 2.5 years,
right?
Which was kind of like the best thing to do because I got to go on spring break with my homeboys, and we get to perform in the Bahamas, Cancun, Acapulco. Yeah. Then that led to going to these other colleges by meeting people. So I mean, it all works out for the best because if you're wanting to do anything musically, I would say get involved in radio. Right. Because that is the pipe. I didn't realize that's the pipeline.
Most definitely.
Like I didn't know it was the pipeline like that. Yeah. If you tell somebody, yeah, we host a radio show, oh, for real? You know what I'm saying? That's like the first thing. And it's led to interviewing other artists. Because, like, look at how far Duke Deuce has come ever since your initial interview with like, is that crazy?
It really is, man.
Like you're seeing a dude's trajectory. You know what I'm saying? Like you're writing it. Like looking at Moneybag now. Like I can't have that same conversation with Moneybag now. Right. Like we would have to talk about something different. You know what I mean? Like you look at artist trajectory or like Schoolie. Like I can't have that same conversation I had with Schoolie now. Facts. It's not gonna be the same.
And that's why I enjoy getting into the radio industry so much because it's offered me so many opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise. Like you said, it definitely is the pipeline into the music industry, you know, and I feel like it's a great way to start. And especially on a level that we're like in college radio because you're getting to all the artists before they break. Yeah. You know, and like you were saying with Duke Deuce, Moneybag, and people like that, it's like, you know, you're able to meet these people before they hit it big, and then it's like, you're able to like, all right, because when you introduce these people you bring them on the radio or you're trying to promote them and they promote the interview or something, people don't know who they are. But then like a couple months down the line, it's like, damn, like he was right. You feel me? Yeah. Like that's the best feeling, man. But it is, you know, getting into radio, bro, it's definitely been a very amazing experience because like I said, man, I've been able to do a lot of cool stuff, meet a lot of cool people, man. So you know, I really want to continue it post college, God willing. God willing, man.
I think you definitely will. Like I actually see you doing TV.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like TV.
I think I have a face for radio. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like TV and radio. That was funny. I feel like TV and radio because I think TV now is like we could actually be videotaping what we're doing now because that's what we're essentially going to because the revolution will be televised.
Oh, most definitely.
No matter what we say, you know.
Most definitely, man. Bro, did you see Dr. Dre and his wife, man?
Yeah, let's pull that up.
So look, bro. So apparently,
let's pull that up. Here we go.
He divorced her, right? Or they're getting a divorce.
Yeah.
But prior, like years ago, he had her sign a prenup.
Yep.
And so I guess like allegedly he pressured her into signing it, and you know felt bad, and you know nullified it, and now they're splitting up. And his wife says she feels entitled to half of his $800 million fortune.
No.
Why? Why no?
No. No. Wait, you remember the line Rick Ross and Drake said?
What? What's that?
You remember the line?
Mm-mm.
When they're talking about God bless his soul, Kobe.
What do you say?
Went shooting with you in the gym.
Oh yeah. You want with me shooting in the gym?
This is where you can say that at right there, bruh. Was she in the gym shooting with this man?
Nah.
Thank you.
Nah.
You come in this world with what you came in this world with.
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know why, but I feel like women, like once they fuck a rich nigga, they act like they're handicapped afterwards.
Michael Jordan's ex-wife,
like
Juanita.
They feel like after fucking a rich nigga, they just disabled. You know?
Yeah, like okay. D Wade's ex-wife.
Yeah.
D Wade's ex-wife is homeless.
Like in the streets.
How?
You fucking rich niggas and you just lose all ability to work and like what the fuck? You feel me? Like what is it about rich nigga dick that just disables the girl? Like
yeah, I don't understand it.
It's ridiculous, man. I feel like if I was to marry my girl,
yeah,
right, and she had $10 million in the bank, and I had $10, right, and I married her and divorced, and she was like, all right, well, this $10 million is mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you had $10, and so you can go with your $10 over there. I'm gonna be over here with my $10 million, and that'll be perfectly fine. You feel me? When I say that, like, all right, yeah, that's her money. But if it was the other way around, I had $10 million and my lady had 10, and we get married, and things don't work out, and she split, and she tried to get more money. Like there would be people that would try to justify her wanting more money because she's a woman.
So you think she would try to get? You think?
I don't think. No. Like,
well, I know. I mean, she's not.
Yeah, but I think like in the situation like exactly in a situation like this, and woman's trying to get money, they use the fact that yes, I was with you and I put up with your crap and this and the third, but the man was also with you putting up with your crap. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I feel like if you go in with nothing, you shouldn't expect anything coming out of it, unless you attributed to building that wealth that like that's a combined wealth, but if we're together and I'm busting my ass and running up these numbers and you haven't contributed anything, like why should I break you off any pieces of what I built up? But then again, I'm not in that tax bracket, let alone like married, so I don't know exactly how that's supposed to work. You feel me? But I don't know, from the outside looking in, maybe my opinions would change when I get older. But the way I look at it now is like if you're in a marriage, like that's a partnership, yes, but if you aren't contributing anything, you shouldn't expect anything on the other end if you haven't put anything into it. That's how I feel about it.
I'm the same way. It's like if my woman, if we become rich in our business and wealth, it's like I can understand her wanting to get half.
Facts.
I can understand
because y'all built that together.
Exactly.
Right.
But when it comes down to I'm the guy doing everything, paying for everything, and all you doing is chilling, I got a problem with that.
Now you won't
have.
Exactly. And they try to say to keep up with the lifestyle that they're accustomed to. This is my lifestyle that you're accustomed to.
Did you ever see the Eddie Murphy special? Was it Raw? Okay, it's Raw, where he's talking about I want half Eddie. I want half Eddie. I want half. Well, he said he's gonna marry an African woman when she don't speak no English. Talking about you get an American woman, they gonna try to take you for half, and then it's like the African woman gets American friends. She's like, I want half Eddie. I need half. But no, it's like nobody wants to get into that. And Dre, Dre's had his history with women. It's been some bad issues.
Yeah,
like the whole Miss Chalet.
I watched this story about how he beat the shit out this woman in the club, like dragged out and stomped. Oh, it was crazy. I was like,
and D Barnes.
That was D Barnes. Yeah, D Barnes. They say he stomped her out in the club and some more shit. I was like, damn. Damn.
Yeah. And you know what? They don't even talk about that in the Straight Outta Compton. Like, it's like,
I mean, because
it's glossed over.
He had like creative control, or a lot of creative control.
He did have a lot of creative control.
So like, I don't know if you're.
I think him and Cube. Why does the Straight Outta Compton movie? We never talked about this, but why does the Straight Outta Compton movie make Dre and Cube look like Supermen?
Because they're the only ones alive.
I know. Well, look,
yeah, really the only people that's
in
everybody except for Easy. But you know, as far as like people who have leverage.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Like alive in the game.
Yeah.
But like Yella is alive in the porn industry. Because he made, millions.
I know that, but I'm saying, like the people who have actual like, power.
Yeah.
Dre and Cube, so of course they're gonna sway their story in their favor and tell more of their story, and that's why towards the end it kind of makes Easy look, kind of shady.
And really though, people sleep. Like Easy was not losing money. Like, bro, Easy was paid.
He still is paid.
But the thing is,
how does nigga discovered the Black Eyed Peas?
And he discovered
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, okay, so I saw this interview with BG Knockout, who's from Compton.
Yeah,
and he was signed to Easy.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, well, they met. It was on Vlad TV, and he was saying, yeah, Easy didn't lose his house, or he didn't, where he was like selling weed, and he's like, no, he was still paid.
Facts.
And it's like, like we were talking about how I told you how they left out Arabian Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not mentioned in the movie.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah. Okay, so if you look up NWA and the Posse on that first album.
I got you.
Not Straight Outta Compton. Because Arabian Prince is we looked this up because I looked a lot of stuff up about this movie, and even
I need to watch it again, man. I feel like I'm gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah, so the like DOC. DOC's album is considered one of the greatest albums of hip hop. Like if you listen to the entire album, you know what I mean. And then DOC. Got a lot of those credits for the Chronic and Doggy Style. If we look at DOC is like Hip Hop Hall of Fame,
right?
If we look at his album, the Straight Outta Compton album, which he helped write, Dre's first album and Snoop's first album. That's 4 albums of classic material that he's contributed to. You know, so like that's why I don't like a lot of these buyout picks that don't consider guys that are like left off. Like even in Tupac's All Eyes on Me, which I thought was trash.
That was a terrible movie.
And which I thought was trash.
That movie was awful
because you're not even going over the fact about the Outlaws, and then Idi Amin is the only one. I think Idi Amin and Napoleon. I don't know if Napoleon is still alive, but I think Idi Amin is the only one still alive from the Hit 'Em Up song. Like he's the only one still alive. That's crazy.
That's crazy as fuck, bro.
Yeah, and it's just like I really want them to do an Outkast movie.
That would be dope.
I feel like we need
really dope.
We need the South needs the Outkast movie.
Oh, most definitely.
Because I feel like here's the movies we need. Outkast, because we're gonna learn more about the Dungeon Family, Goody Mob, CeeLo. Like I want all of those bits and pieces. Of course, Master P.
A No Limit movie. I'm surprised we ain't got one yet.
I'm very surprised we don't have one. Because I feel like the Cash Money movie will take a lot more longer time.
I don't think it's gonna be a Cash Money movie.
I wouldn't see it
for like another 20 years.
Maybe 20 plus.
Somebody gotta die first.
Yeah, somebody's gotta die. Yeah, I don't want nobody.
Exactly.
To die.
I mean, we're just being, I'm just being real. Like somebody's got to die.
But you know, I feel like No Limits would be a great one. No Limit would be great. I felt like there could have been a Death Row one. Like
that's another one I'm surprised by. I feel like the Eazy movie or the Straight Outta Compton and
it glossed.
And the Tupac movie, like
it glossed over it. I don't think it didn't. It wouldn't. It didn't go underneath the surface.
Yeah.
I
remember it was a scene in there in the Straight Outta Compton movie where Dre had walked in the studio with Suge. We had a nigga in the corner in his drawers crying, getting cornered by like two dog pit bulls and Rottweilers and shit. I'm like, what the fuck kind of studio y'all got running? I got that shit was insane.
Shit was whack. I didn't like that shit because I just really wanna see the South represented right. Because in the No Limit movie, I want to hear about the time Pastor Troy called No Limit Studios and said, "We ready for war." Because at that time, when I tell you, "Ain't No More Playing GA" was the football anthem for every high school. No matter what, you play that first intro where Pastor Troy says, "Hey, I'm calling for P. Tell him ain't no more playing G." Like he was trying to get signed to No Limit or something like that.
Right.
And then he just went into this whole tangent of going at No Limit, which was, oh God, I feel like they need to make it. They need to make this movie. I really want to see an Outkast one though. I think Outkast is probably gonna be the dopest one.
Hell yeah, bro.
Because there's so much you can go off of. How their biggest hit was, they didn't get their biggest hit until it was on a Christmas album. The Players Ball is a Christmas song. Bro, I never knew that when I was a kid.
I don't want to see like the South got the Source Award situation. They're getting booed when they after winning the award. I think that would be pretty dope to watch.
They did this Atlanta documentary not too long ago where they put that in the clip. Yeah. But I can remember watching it as a kid.
It's like, damn.
And in Southern Playlist of Cadillac Music, I thank my sister Tyra every day because this is the greatest. It's one of the greatest first albums of any hip hop group. I can put it up there. It's one of my it's one of my favorite albums. But I honestly say Outkast's best album is the second one. AT-Aliens.
I like Aquemini.
See, Aquemini is the critically acclaimed one.
That's my shit.
But AT-Aliens, bro, if you listen, you can play AT-Aliens straight through. You can play Aquemini straight through. AT-Aliens is a hip hop classic, but Aquemini was the hip hop classic. Thanks. Like me and Wiggs, we used to debate about this a lot. We said that AT-Aliens is their best one, but the one they get the most critically acclaimed for is Speaker Box and Love Below. That one won the most awards. But Aquemini was, if not better than that. Stankonia. Yeah. I feel like Stankonia was a great bridge to Love Below, Speaker Box.
Right. Most definitely, man.
Yeah. That's one of them groups we gotta have a movie.
Hell yeah, man. If it's a movie producer out here listening to this shit, man, make an Outkast movie. DM Andre Big Boy. Make that shit happen, man. But shit, it needs to happen.
The Dungeon Family
right now.
Think about all the dudes that would be in this movie.
A lot of
just
niggas.
Cool Breeze, Slim Cutter Calhoun, Killer Mike, Goody M.O.B. P.A. Like, this is gonna get ridiculous. It's gonna get ridiculous of people that could be in this movie. Like Bubba Sparks would be in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be a hit.
Oh God, man. But we're reaching about an hour on this one, man. We can go ahead and wrap this episode up, ladies and gentlemen, folks. If you made it this far, thank you very much. You are the real MVP, ladies and gentlemen. It's been another episode of YSN Radio. I've been kicking it with my partner, Two-Pair Tate, again. So, folks, make sure you guys stay tuned for more to come. This is the coolest podcast in the South, YSN Radio. Let's go.
Yep.